The 2021-2022 season officially tipped off last night with nearly 200 games involving Division I teams on the men's side. Future NBA stars Chet Holmgren, Imani Bates, Paolo Banchero all made their debuts. All eyes were on the Champs Classic, and that's where we begin. And so we start with a winner. Fresh start. Freshman Trevor Keel scored 25 points, and Paolo Banchero added 22 to help number 9 Duke open Mike Krzyzewski's final season by beating 10th-ranked Kentucky 79-71 last night. This is only the second time under Coach K that two freshmen have scored 20 points in the same debut game. In 2018, that loaded squad, R.J. Barrett, Zion Williamson, and Cam Reddish all did so as well, Jay.
Duke about to be a problem winner. Let the goodbyes begin. With this being Coach K's last game at the Garden, front office staff from the Garden presented his family with a few gifts before the game. They made a donation to the Emily K Center and gave him a framed photo mosaic that had more than 300 images from his time at the Garden. Cool. And they gave him 6 bottles of wine, each with a custom label from some of his top moments at the Garden. Real love there. Let's run back those winners. New era. Can't talk one without talking the other, of course. North Carolina opened the season with a win in the coaching debut of Hubert Davis. Hubert became the coach in April after the legend Roy Williams retired after 18 seasons at Carolina. Caleb Love shined, 22 points, and number 19 UNC led the whole way, beating Loyola Maryland 83-67 on Tuesday night.
More winners. Holmgren, because he should be grinning. Gonzaga freshman Chet Holmgren finished Tuesday night with 14, 13, and 6. Why don't we just throw in 7 blocks, and you've got yourself a historic stat line. Holmgren is the first player in the last 25 years with at least 10 points, 10 boards, and 5 dimes and 5 blocks in his Division I debut. Of course, they were up against Dixie State. The real test is Saturday, Jay, when the Zags face number 5, Texas.
Get the man some carbs. I can help him out, Shay. Loser, Cavalier attitude. UVA came into this one against Navy as 15.5-point favorites, and they lost 66-58 at home, making it their second largest upset loss under Coach Tony Bennett. With under 9 minutes left in the second half, Virginia tied 55 apiece. They didn't score again until there were 15 seconds remaining in the game. In that span, 0 of 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 TOs, Navy 9-0 run, rest is history.
My goodness. Back to the winners. The Oprah line, we all know it. Tennessee made 17 threes, the most in a game in school history. Santiago Vescovi accounted for 6 of them, while Kennedy Changler went 4 for 4 from beyond the arc. Tennessee takes UT Martin 90-62. You get a 3, and you get a 3. You know how it goes.
My goodness, it's... Oh, my goodness. Loser, upset robbery, like Brandy once sang, almost doesn't count. Thanks, Shay. Zed Key had to go ahead and ruin this one with a lay-in and a buzzer beater to give the Buckeyes a 67-66 win over Akron. Akron may very well be a tournament team, but expected Ohio State to come out with a sense of urgency. Remember, they lost in the opening round of last year in that tournament to Oral Roberts.
What were you trying to get me to say?
Oh, my goodness, which you say every 2 seconds of every day.
I bet you wanted me to finish the line.
Doesn't matter. Let's talk about college basketball. Can't we please?
College basketball had me saying quite a few times last night, oh, my goodness, because there were so many close games. Obviously, we saw the Ohio State one. You and I watched that live. My Indiana Hoosiers way too close last night in their opening game. So I came away, you came away. We said, hey, is the Big Ten really that good? What else did you see last night?
Well, I always caution myself at the beginning of the season. Of course, I'm hyped to watch college basketball, but understanding, having played it for 4 years at Notre Dame, that it's a slow burn and teams have to evolve. And what you see in the first game of the season is not what you're going to see a month from now, heck, 2 weeks from now, certainly not 2 months from now. So your Indiana Hoosiers, you're juiced to watch them, but in this landscape of where college basketball is currently, so many guys transferring, so many new guys coming in as freshmen playing big-time minutes, that you got to let these teams figure out an identity, and a lot of them lack it. That's why you see Virginia losing. That's why you see Akron almost upsetting Ohio State, a ranked Ohio State team in Columbus, and your Indiana Hoosiers 24-point favorites narrowly escaping. What I loved last night was watching this Duke-Kentucky game, and in that second half was high level. These guys seem like they were playing in a game that you typically see in March. Playmaking, defensively locked in, effort plays, guys in rhythm, and a whole lot of NBA talent on the floor. Kentucky's going to be really good this year. I believe they win the SEC. Duke is not overhyped this season. Duke can win a national championship. Everyone talks about Banchero, but it's Keels who may be the brightest star, at least for right now with this squad. But college basketball is going to be fun. New faces in different places, but get excited.
Quickly. Kansas impressed big time over Michigan State yesterday. Anything you take away from that Kansas game? Because I know you and I saw Bill Self over the offseason. He thought he had a good squad, and in that first game, they impressed as well.
Ochai Agbaji, I mean, looks like the guy who could be the player of the year in the conference. Remy Martin, his teammate, got that love. They played so well without Jalen Wilson in this game. Did it defensively, got back in transition, took that away from Michigan State. Michigan State needs to discover who their go-to alpha guy is going to be. Having lost two of their primary scorers a year ago, be interested to watch.
Now, let's see if you get this right. You always say this: death, taxes, and
Izzo in March.
And so he's better than I when we finish sentences. I will get better. All right, let's talk about what we saw on the hardwood on the women's side last night. It's been over a year and a half since the South Carolina women's basketball team played a game in front of a capacity audience, but that away crowd, not too much for number 1 South Carolina to overcome in a 66-57 W over number 5 North Carolina State. Zy Cook led South Carolina with 17 points. Jay?
Zy was
amazing.
Cooking. I mean, we've got to get you off the show. I mean, what's going on? Winner, block party, Aaliyah Boston. 5 blocks in the win. Check it out. I mean, I can appreciate this, Shay. I'll try this. Team you up one more time as we watch Aaliyah Boston block all these shots. Notre Dame's all-time leading shot blocker in school history.
Jordan Cornette.
Thank you. She's back, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost like we have a little bit of chemistry being a married couple here.
I'm sorry. Okay, winner. All she does is win, no matter what, with a 72-67 win over Jackson State University on Tuesday afternoon. Meyer won her 304th game as Miami's head coach and became the winningest coach in Miami men's and women's basketball history. In her 17th season with the Canes, Meyer holds a 304-198 career record. All the applause.
Loser. Mercy rule. For the love of a higher power. Number 25, University of Texas taking on New Orleans, and those poor privateers got blown out. Texas won this one by 95 points, Shay. 131-36. UT's 131-point outpouring ranks as the second highest single game point total in program history. Where is the mercy rule?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.